Good morning, everyone, from PHALA Beach in CHANG, RAYONG, Thailand. Thought we'd stream a little beach sunrise this morning. It's absolutely gorgeous. Kumiko! Hello, Kumiko. Thanks for coming in. I hope you enjoy the view. Good morning, Rick Hicks. Good morning, Sue Rowan. We're having a little bit of stream difficulty this morning, guys. I'm not sure why. That's why it's buffering there a little bit. But isn't it just a beautiful sunrise here at PHALA Beach? Thanks for coming, guys. See how this stream fares here. If we have too much disruption, I may locate and try. Thanks for coming in. Good morning, Tyron. You're fourth this morning, huh? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while, Rick. Hope you're doing well. Not sure exactly why we're having problems with stream health this morning. What's a guy to do? Raining in Queensland. I agree, Tyron. It's absolutely gorgeous. The tide appears to be still coming in this morning. But yeah, you guys know I'm up early, and Nam Yin and we are going to assist with cooking some free food today for the temple down here at PHALA. And so we'll start that about 9 o'clock. Nam Yin's able to sleep in the mornings now, so I was up early, finished my coffee. Thought I'd come take a beach walk, and it's like, wow, look at the sunrise. Still okay, Triple T, okay. Northeast Nebraska. Well, cheers to Nebraska. I have in-laws from Nebraska. Great people, great people. Their name is Martinoski, Martin O Sky, Martinoskis. But I believe they're from southeast Nebraska. Yeah, me too, Sue. That's why I thought I'd share the video this morning. Let people enjoy the sights and sounds of Thailand. Hey, congratulations to a new baby girl, 6 pounds, 11 ounces. She sounds like she was born healthy. That's always the best news. Thanks for sharing that, Rick. Yes, congratulations. Jay East. Hello, good morning, Jay East. I agree with you, sir. Absolutely stunning sunrise this morning. Thanks for coming in, Jay East. Yes, this is Lizzie's Beach, Tyron. She's a little further down to your right. There's several soy dogs down here and they kind of stay in their own little area. I don't know. Sometimes Jeff has not been getting notifications. And Kumiko, this is spontaneous live stream, so nobody had any idea. But yeah, Jeff's been dealing with some issues and I think things are going really well. He's got a few health concerns right now. He's seeing the doctors at the VA hospital there in Indiana, but I think he's doing well. But he's been preoccupied with some stuff. Just keep Jeff in your thoughts, guys. We really appreciate it. Pagai, cheers, Pagai. Thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoy the sights and sounds of PHALA Beach. Triple D is doing well. He's got a nice little bedding ground, and there's the Mikasa restaurant. That lady gives him food pretty regularly too. Since we closed the business at the open mic, he just hasn't been sleeping down there. So he's acting a little bit out of character because he's just kind of a little bit confused about where everybody went, I'm sure. But we check in on him every day that we can, pretty much every day. And I'll go check on him after we end this stream. But yeah, he's looking good. Filled out nice. But he is still, you know, his wild and free self. And you know, we can all dream that one day he would allow me to put a collar on him and bring him home, but I don't think that's going to ever happen, guys. He's very content with his soy dog lifestyle, you know. But thanks for the question, and we really care about Dan, and we're going to continue to try to bring Triple D's story on the YouTube channel here. So thank you very much. I agree, Pagai. Absolutely beautiful. That would be awesome, Jay East. It would be awesome. He's such a unique animal, you know. You could tell he loves us and he trusts us, but he still has those wild soy dog instincts, and I think he's obviously had a lot of bad human contact in his past, but we'll just keep showing him kindness, giving him nourishment, see where it goes, you know. Like a kid on Christmas morning, Jay. I've been in Thailand for 7 years now, and yeah, I still get that feeling when I wake up. I'm just so grateful to be able to live here. It's the first time I've ever lived overseas. You always have a lot of questions about expat life, and you know, whether you're gonna really enjoy the country. Is it safe? You know, completely different culture. But I have zero regrets, and my life has just gotten better and better every year in Thailand. And you guys know that Nam Yin and I, we just enjoy doing the simple things. We are saving quite a bit of money right now, and you know, we kind of look forward to maybe doing another business endeavor when the time is right. They're starting to make modifications here in Thailand on restrictions, but you know, for business, especially in a nightclub business, you got to have certainty. So, you know, stay tuned. We might do something at a later date, but right now we are just enjoying every day. Nam Yin and I are both active in various different ways in our community, volunteering our time, and that really makes you feel at home too. You know, when you've got community involvement. I'm very involved with the American Legion post, THO2, in Pattaya, and it's a new post, and it's growing, and it's just a venue where we can greet all Americans, whether you're a veteran or not, and also foreign veterans. It's a very open and welcoming club, and you know, we're still young, but we look forward to doing a lot of great work in the community with charity and different things. So yeah, it's a great life, Jay. It really is. That's why on the YouTube channel here, we just try to show expat lifestyle, and I think it would be the same experience for anyone that decide to come over here and make it their second home. AZ in the house. Good morning, AZ. Guys, if you haven't tuned into Global FM, it's like a talk podcast channel on YouTube, Global FM. AZ is a big part of that. It's a good panel with a lot of different discussions. Thanks for coming in, AZ. Magic, very good description. I agree. Thank you very much, Pagai. Hey, thanks for coming in, Jay East. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Have a great day yourself, or at night. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm not going to stream too long. Just wanted to enjoy the highlights of this morning's sunrise. Oh, thanks for your service, Rick. Yeah, the VFW Ban Chang is very active too. I'm not a member, but I do assist those guys when they ask me. I was able to do the Santa Claus for their charity events this past December. Of course, a lot of the Ban Chang members, Rick, are dual members with the American Legion Post, THO2 in Pattaya. And then we also have some of the VFW guys from 1246, the Pattaya VFW. So the Legion's kind of a more informal organization, I guess you might say, where we don't restrict it to members. We're open to the public. We always honor foreign veterans as guests, and you know, Thai wives, Thai girlfriends are invited. We're having a big family day celebration for Memorial Day, May the 30th. It's going to be at like a pool villa, so that's going to be great. Well, that'll be the substitute for our meeting in May. It'll just be a big family day. We'll have food and music and set poolside. So it's a great organization to be a part of. And you know, we constantly get new membership and new arrivals into Thailand that didn't know that there was an avenue that they could reach out to and meet veterans in the area. So, you know, a lot of guys don't particularly qualify for the VFW, the Veteran of Foreign War, depending on their time of service and whether or not they were deployed. But obviously, if you're an honorable vet, you do qualify for the American Legion. So I think it's all three organizations are great. There's also an American Legion in Ubon Ratchathani in Isan, and that's TH01. That was the first chartered American Legion post in Thailand. And the one in Pattaya is TH02. Like I say, it's pretty young, only about 2 years old. And we just had our election of officers yesterday. I'm the second vice commander. And like I say, we're just looking forward to continually growing the organization. But mainly, we're just veterans helping veterans, and welcoming to all people to come in and see what we do. We're not a secret society, right? So there's nothing that we do that can't be viewed by the public. So it's really a very good organization to be a part of. I'm proud to be a member of the American Legion THO2 for sure. Oh, you're ALR. Awesome. Well, you probably got a lot of history here in Ban Chang, being a member of the VFW here. So many great veterans here. You know, going back to the Vietnam era, they got so much experience in Thailand and so much knowledge. It's just great. You know, there's just so much useful information that a person can gain. And yesterday at our meeting, we had two gentlemen who served at Utapao during the Vietnam War. So one of them had brought in some old photographs, some old Polaroids from back in the day, circa 1971, and just awesome. You know, they spoke from the floor about their experiences at Utapao while they were stationed there, and you know, just so much you can learn from those guys. Yeah, thanks, Pagai. Appreciate it. Oh, Legionnaire. Right on. 67 through 70. Wow. Well, thanks for your service, Rick. You guys were heroes. Unfortunately, it was an awkward time in the United States, and a lot of our returning Vietnam veterans didn't get the respect that they deserve. The sun is popping up, guys. Thanks very much, Rick. Glad to have you in the audience. There are a few videos on the channel, Rick. There's a playlist called American Vets in Thailand. So I'm also the official photographer for the American Legion Post. So, you know, we like to share as much as we can. A lot of people don't even know, like I say, that there are veterans organizations available here on the Eastern Seaboard. So the more promotion we can get through social media, the better. Thank you, Pagai. You know, I tell you what, there's a lot of people that understand expat life because they've lived it. It's very different, you know, than living in your home country. And a lot of people, you know, have a big void in their life as an expat if they don't have, you know, a sense of camaraderie with people of their native language. Being able to socialize with people and, like I say, share experiences and listen to those that are long-timers here in Thailand. It's just, it adds so much to expat life to have that fellowship with people from your native country and your native language. So many great Aussies and Brits and Europeans over here, and it's just, I think it fills the void. You know, there's a lot of times expats enjoy their life and their retirement in another country, but there's, you know, kind of one thing missing, and that's the sense of being home. And when you get involved in these organizations, it feels just like home. You know, we do the Pledge of Allegiance, and, you know, it just, everything about it just makes you feel like you're back in your home country. You know? And that's very valuable, very valuable. It adds so much to your expat life because, you know, we all miss home and haven't been able to travel as normal for a couple of years now. So it's really, I think, important for expats to reach out to different organizations in their community and get involved, because it just it adds so much value to your expat life. Hey, Paul A. Good morning, Paul. Ed Gilchrist, cheers to Kentucky. Thanks for coming in, guys. Well, we look forward to welcome you, AZ, when you can get over here. We sure will. Yeah, I tell you, the Thailand culture, and it's a credit to the people, it's just such a low-stress lifestyle. And, you know, that's why there's people here from all over the world that chose to make Thailand their second home or their retirement destination, is because of that low stress. You know, nobody really has any expectations for you here. You don't get a bunch of junk mail. You don't get phone solicitations. It's just a great life. You can live a very private life and at the same time be involved in your community as well. Just so much desirable quality life here in Thailand. That's why so many people choose it. I think it's been referred to as the jewel of Southeast Asia for many, many years. And it's a credit to the Thai people. The safety that you have here in Thailand when you travel alone, and that's just a credit to the Thai people. They're very non-confrontational, very humble people. And at the same time, they have tremendous amount of freedom here with their entrepreneurial spirit, the markets that they have, you know, buying chicken on the side of the road. I mean, just a lot of the things that we miss, you know, from years gone by in the West when we used to have those freedoms. So there's just so many things. There's a lot of people that try to make a top 10 list of things that they love about Thailand or whatever. To me, it really comes down to the low stress and the safety and just the generosity and welcoming of the Thai people. I think that's why people choose it. You know, there's a lot of countries that people can choose if they want to live an expat life. Most people want to look for a tropical destination, don't have to deal with you know, extreme weather changes and stuff like that. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I certainly have benefited a lot just as a man, you know, just looking back at my country and my culture. You know, I understand things better because I've lived this different lifestyle over here. Very sabai. It's just a very relaxed lifestyle. At the same time, I've been involved with teaching English, you know, operating a business, volunteering my time with different organizations. It just, the story just goes on, you know, and I think anybody can have that same lifestyle. Kind of up to you. What do you want? Because Thailand will give back to you for sure. Wow. All right, we've got just a gorgeous sunrise. You know, Paul, thanks for the question. Rayong has never really been a huge international tourist destination. I think they average about 9% of the economy here in Rayong attributed to international tourism, which is pretty small compared to, say, like Pattaya or Phuket or Bangkok, right? So, but we do have a beautiful island called Sumet Island, and that's probably the most popular tourist destination in Rayong province. I still just don't see an influx, you know. There's a lot of businesses still struggling, in my opinion, from what I see. You know, and then there's the economic factor too. I mean, we're kind of getting to a post-pandemic stage here, but you know, the global inflation and the cost of living and stuff, and so I think, you know, it's affected domestic tourism as well. And to be honest, in my opinion, it'll probably take, you know, a few years for Thailand to fully recover. And I think they typically, what was it, like 2 million international tourists per month is what Thailand used to average. That's going to take some time. Even if there's no restrictions, it's going to take some time. But I think things are improving. It's just very gradual, and I'm sure it's the same for other tourist destinations throughout the world, right? One of the YouTube channels that I follow that I really enjoy is called James Abroad. He's up in North Thailand, and he just put out a video the other day where him and his daughter went up to Chiang Mai, and they went to the Taipei Gate area. It's kind of probably the biggest tourist area in Chiang Mai city, and man, there's just so many businesses closed, and it's really eye-opening to see you know, these long-term effects, because that's an area of Chiang Mai that's highly dependent on tourist traffic, right? And yeah, I think it's going to take a while for it to come back, but it will. I have no doubt it'll come back bigger and better than before. It's just going to take some time. People are uneasy about traveling, and you know, even people in the West are feeling the effects of the, you know, kind of a global economic recession with the inflation and, you know, the price of oil and all those kind of things. So when people take long distance holidays, you know, that's a real big bonus, you know, and that's something that you may have to cancel if you're kind of struggling to make ends meet, you know. So there's a lot of different factors, but I do think Thailand is moving towards the endemic phase, and from what I understand, they're talking about May 1st doing away with the test and go, and maybe even the quarantine requirements. So, you know, we'll just see how it plays out. I think they've been averaging around 100,000 tourist entries per month. So, you know, 2 million versus 100,000. They got a long way to go to get back to normal. But it'll happen. I bet, yeah. You know, I've met a lot of the English over here, Paul A., that have spent a lot of time in Spain. Kind of one of their main areas that they like to go for the weather, for the climate, and not too far from England, right? And a lot of other Europeans and Scandinavians. I've never been to Spain. but it's on my bucket list for sure. As well as Australia, definitely on my bucket list. I got to go see my friends in Australia. Yeah, James Abroad, just such a very credible expat, you know, and he's all about his Thai family, of course, and his videos are very well done. He speaks really good Thai, and it's just it's one of those channels that, you know, he's not really a travel channel or anything like that, but he's one of those channels that if people are looking to or thinking about expat life in Thailand, I mean, that's just real genuine expat life. That's what James represents, and he does an excellent job with his videos. I agree 100%. Well, Paul A, I want to go to the Gold Coast, of course, but I'd love to just travel around and see. I'd like to even go to Western Australia. One of my really good friends over here, Aussie Thai Bangkok, is from Melbourne, and he's got a son over there that's got a restaurant. So, but Sue Rowan is been a long supporter of the channel, and she's from the Gold Coast region, north of Queensland there. So I'd like to go see Broad Beach. I've seen so many photos that Sue has shared with me of the sunsets there at Broad Beach, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm also you know, big into the outdoors, and I love to go fishing. I follow some of the fishing channels out of Australia, so yeah, just looking forward to it. And you know, that's not that far of a flight here from Thailand, so definitely doable. Go take a couple of weeks, and never been there. And I tell you what, I don't know what it is about the Aussies that I've met here in Thailand, but where I come from in the Midwest of the United States, I don't know, people are very honest for the most part, very blunt with their words, very genuine. They hate phony, you know what I mean? The old saying, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. You know, it's just kind of a Midwestern United States mindset, you know. It's just how we roll. We're very different than, say, New York or the West Coast. And I find, to a person, every Aussie that I've met is very, very similar. Very, very similar to where I come from. Very blunt, very honest, and just genuine people. And you know, some of my best friends over here are Aussie, and even the new Aussies that I meet, we always have great conversations, and just really respectful, and just a lot of similarities. I don't know if it's the kind of the rebellious spirit that we have in the Midwest in America, that I sense that in a lot of the Aussies, you know, just very rebellious, don't like government intrusion, you know, freedom, civil liberties, that kind of thing. So there's just a lot of things I think that we have in common. All the states. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go up north too. What is it, the Victoria? It's just it's a big country though, right? So with I'm pretty sure that I'd want to take several trips at some point when this travel gets back to normal. Thanks very much, Paul. The West is the best. Awesome. QLD, okay. Oh no, I wouldn't try to drink with Aussie. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker. I like to be the life of the party when I do go out. But yeah, I've noticed that too, Tyron. They can hold their liquor for sure. Foster's beer. Yeah, it's pretty popular in the States, actually. They did a really good advertising campaign for Foster's. Jeez, I don't know, years ago. And it became really popular in the States. I just couldn't ask for any better. Just the clouds are beautiful. Yeah, but you know, Sue, we hate to stereotype people into one big group, right? Yeah, it is true. I'm sure a lot of the Aussies are big drinkers, but a lot of them are very sober-minded people too, as well, right? Nothing wrong with consuming adult beverages, but you know, that whole stereotype, like they're a bunch of drunks or something, is a little bit overrated. Oh, is that right, Paul A? Well, I haven't drank Foster's in a long time, but at one time, I mean, it was just a huge advertising campaign. Everybody's like, oh, I want some Aussie beer, you know? So it became really popular in the States. I don't know if it is anymore. What do you guys drink there, Paul A? What's your favorite local beer? Yeah, on tap. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen it on tap either. A lot of people aren't too fond of American beer either, you know. I've never been a big fan of Budweiser. Kind of like Coors beer, the Rocky Mountain Water beer. But, you know, to each their own. I grew up in Kansas City, and we have a lot of independent breweries in Kansas City. And one of them has become pretty much internationally known. It's called Boulevard. That's right in my hometown, Kansas City, Kansas there. Boulevard, they got a really good wheat beer. If you like a wheat beer, Boulevard wheat, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, there's a lot of small craft breweries, and you know, Boulevard's one of them that made it big and out of Kansas City, and they're, you know, in the international market now. They export all over the world, from what I understand. But yeah, a lot of the local pubs and stuff in Kansas City, the beer on tap is like all local craft beer, you know. Not well known, but all the locals, you know, they have their favorite craft beers. James Squares, Great Northern, Victoria, okay. Victoria's bitter, a bitter beer. Right on. Alan J says, I love Budweiser. You wake up sick. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what's the old joke? How do you make Budweiser? Send the little bastard to school. Is that Dos Equis, Quad X, or is it 2X? Dos Equis is a really popular beer in the United States too. That commercial campaign, The Most Interesting Man in the World. Oh, got a lot of people drinking Dos Equis. I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking about or not, Sue. I've always liked Corona Lights. Kind of a stigma now to even say Corona beer, but I like a Mexican beer. I don't like the Corona full flavor, but the Corona Lights, stick a line down that long neck, ooh, that's always been one of my favorite beers, is Corona Lights. It's not quite as skunky as the full flavor Corona, but really good Mexican beer. Guys, it's just a stunning morning. Absolutely beautiful. See if we got any buffering while I'm trying to move around here a little bit. When you're streaming live on the hotspot with the GoPro app, you can stream in 720p, but it seems like the GoPro camera makes a huge difference in the quality of the live stream footage. But because we're using the hotspot, we do get interference at times, and I hate it when you get buffering, you know. You're trying to bring people an enjoyable live stream, and you got a lot of buffering going on, so you just never know. And sometimes all I got to do is move the wrong way. CHANG lager. Now I like a good lager. Thanks for that, AZ. CHANG lager. Yasu's in Nippon. I always pronounce it wrong. I had a discussion the other day. Speaking of the Aussies, I met a brand new Aussie down here at PHALA Beach the other day. His name is Michael. His Thai wife's name is Mai. Michael and Mai. And they were down here at PHALA Beach, and they're part owners, I believe, in the Wombat Bar there at Jomtien. And Michael's a great guy. Had a great conversation with him, and they follow the YouTube channel. They flagged us down. Hey, that's Teacher Thomas. So anyway, Nam Yen had a great conversation with Mai, and Michael and I shot the breeze. But another good example, just a brand new Aussie that I met. Just quite a gentleman, invited me up to the Wombat Bar. So stay tuned, I'm gonna go up there and highlight their business. James C. Shannon, inshallah, good morning. Thanks for coming in, James. Yeah, we hope to meet you too, James. We really, really do, man. We appreciate you so much. All of your kind comments. You're part of the family of this little YouTube channel. We really appreciate it, James. Yeah, Paul A. I had told Mai that I'd seen some of their live stream stuff from the bar. So yeah, Michael asked me if I'd come up, you know, and do a little video, and of course, happy to, and looking forward to it. Yeah, and they're known for a really good breakfast too. They have a really good breakfast. Yes, and I think Michael said that on Friday nights is when they do a big barbecue spread. So I may go up there on a Friday night. I know a lot of long-timers that live in that area. So we may have to just all gang up and go in there to visit Michael and Mai. The Wombat Bar and Kiwi Bar. Right. Working for a PVC manufacturer. Okay. Hey, and isn't it, is today ANZAC Day? Or was that yesterday? I know it's that time of year. A lot of us American vets got invited to the ANZAC Day celebration at Kanchanaburi. We weren't able to make it. We're going to be going as a group in November, and we've got several reefs there. Of course, honoring the Aussies and the New Zealand Day. A lot of them got together, I think, at the Billabong the other night for the ANZAC. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but what's... Paul A., can you tell me a little bit more about the ANZAC Day? Australian, New Zealand. What's the acronym actually stand for? Could use a little education here. Unfortunately, we had some British Foreign Legion vets in yesterday at our meeting, And I got to talking to those guys, and I said, do the Aussies have a veterans organization over here? And he said that they don't. They don't have an actual Australian veterans organization here in Thailand. Maybe that's something they'll get established. Maybe charter an Aussie Legion group here. It's tomorrow. Okay, it's tomorrow. All right, well, I know a bunch of them went out this weekend already. I guess there's several days of events, a couple different cemeteries, and of course in Hellfire Pass, and then the museums. But I've got to go one of these times in April for the ANZAC celebration. But the American Vets, we do have it on our schedule for November. So we'll be out there. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been out there. I'm really looking forward to it. But respect to the Aussies, man. I think they took the biggest burden of that whole scenario during World War II. Aussies and the Brits. There were some American involvement. There are some American cemeteries out there, but obviously we were a pretty small contingent in that operation. A lot more Aussies and Brits. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much for that, Paul. Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. Thank you for that. Well, thank you guys for all that you did, you know, for the Allied forces during World War II, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close the video out, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go see if I can't find Dan and take him some chicken. And I got to get back to the house and shower up and get with Nam Yen. And her and I are, like I say, we're doing some volunteer time today for the PHALA Temple. Little free food giveaway that they got going. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. Thanks to everyone. Hope you're doing well. I really enjoyed the chat this morning. I hope I didn't overtalk the beautiful sounds of the ocean here. Thanks, guys. Peace and love to everyone. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. God bless the Aussies and the New Zealand veterans. Let's celebrate ANZAC Day.